style, I think, is living out what's inside of us in our clothes. We're back to the totally nasty weather. Vlogmas day 8. All right, we are being handed a birthday cake. We're taking leftover cake and we are heading to my parents for lunch, which is a Sunday routine that we have. Kids, do we love Sunday lunch at Granny and Bubba's house? My mum always makes their favorite foods. It's wonderful. I think I'm a little bit recovered from lack of sleep. Woo!
What would you like?
Okay, we're done with very delicious happy lunch and I am trying to find a good room that's bright because I have been holding on to this Thrift Plus package for a couple of days and my self-control is over and I want to open it up. So I'm trying to find what room is bright enough so that we can try it on together. It is blowing a gale outside. I think we could do it in here. I'm not going to do a full house tour, but my other room option is what we call my sister's room because it's where she goes when she stays. Baby cozier. Okay, this is my other room option. I love this big mirror. That was from my grandparents' house. Okay, let's see if we switch on the lights, if we can get bright enough in here with some open curtains. Okay, we're gonna do it up there. This is not the house where I grew up. My parents moved here in 2019, right when we moved back to the UK, and this is actually where we lived for our first 4 years in England after we moved back from California. I've left the kids downstairs with Jared. They're doing their quiet time, which is an hour of the day that we swear by and have sworn by since they stopped napping. Swear by quiet time. That's what the kids are doing now. We're gonna go through this, which is a whole bunch of used clothes that I bought this week. 3 years ago, at the end of the year, I decided we don't need to do any more new clothes. The British Fashion Council says there are enough clothes on the planet for 6 generations, which I find wild. Pretty much charity shops are our favorite place. We also use Vinted, and then just mending what we have and using what we have and keeping things, buying quality, using them well, all of that. But I love Thrift Plus. Love it, love it, love it. It's brilliant for everything from like really cheap clearance stuff to more designer items that are also pre-loved. It's incredible. And the best thing for me is you can return stuff. So I'm just the biggest evangelist for Thrift Plus. And because I share about them a ton, they DM'd me and said, we'd love to give you a credit. So this is what I use the credit on. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I'm getting to an interesting point in my wardrobe journey. So when we moved here in 2019, we sold pretty much everything we had and came here with suitcases. I was pregnant, it was COVID, I was postpartum, my body changed a ton. And I ended up at the beginning of this 3 years of no clothes with some kind of leftover postpartum items, some things that I had brought with us when we moved, a few other pieces, but like not really a cohesive wardrobe that worked, but my body was changing. And so at the beginning of these 3 years, I needed some new pieces and I didn't really actually buy very much for that whole first year. And then I have begun to acquire new pieces because I'm also on this journey of like finding my style in a different way that's not attached to seasonal trends and what we're told we should wear, but like what actually do I love outside of all of that stuff. So I'm definitely on a journey of finding what is my style and how do I let that out and what does that look like. But I think this is the first time I've bought clothes where I've gone, what do I actually need versus want, and how do we think about consuming even when it's secondhand, and the need to acquire new stuff, the desire to acquire new stuff. How do we balance that when it's secondhand? It's already in circulation, but am I still perpetuating this consuming mentality even though it's used? Does it truly not matter if it's already in circulation? So I'm gonna show you these pieces. I'm not gonna keep them all, but I'm definitely in this like, all right, how, as my wardrobe gets more feeling like me, how do I still celebrate finding items that other people didn't want and celebrating that, but also not perpetuate this need for finding joy in new stuff? But there also is joy in new stuff, even if it's a reworked piece that you already own. We have to learn to find joy in different places. So anyway, I don't know where I'm at on that journey now. I feel like my wardrobe is more feeling like me. Yeah, okay, let's dive in. My sister, she's younger than me. She has always felt like the cool sister. She's always had an innate style and followed trends, but also just been confident in her own style. And she's taught me a lot. And even as teenagers, she would always say to me, like, just wear it and hold your head high. And I was like, how do you do that? Wear the outfit and hold your head high. And it actually doesn't matter what people think about you. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. If you like an outfit, walk into a room and hold your head high. I'm finally, so many years on, truly embracing that. Like, hold your head high and walk into a room, and it doesn't matter. Style is personal, and we get to live that out. I think I said in a previous video, there's this quote that her and I both found in a year planner when we were younger, that is, fashion one can buy, style one must possess. I think so many of us now buy fashion, but style, you can't buy it. You have to possess it and find it. And I'm not claiming to be like catwalk stylish, but that's not what style is. Style, I think, is living out what's inside of us in our clothes and being confident in it and feeling like we're truly expressing ourselves, whatever that is. And I feel like I'm finally truly doing that. And it might not be anyone else's idea of style, but I think we have this idea that style has to be what other people judge as stylish. And I don't think that is true. I think it's about holding our head high in things we love, and then that makes them look stylish because it's how we wear things and it's how we own them. Someone said to me last week, like, they had handed on a clothing item and they said, oh, that other person looks so much better in it. And I was like, I wonder if it's actually that other person loves it more. And so they own it on their body in a different way, whereas you didn't love it. And so you didn't hold your head high wearing it. And actually it's more about how we wear something than whether an item suits us or flatters us, which really just is meaning makes us look skinnier, which we need to ditch that mentality. Anyway, chat over. Let's actually dive in. All right, so first piece, this one. Okay, by the way, I send these bags back to them so they can reuse them. This just made me really happy. So I bought it just because it made me happy. I don't know what you would call this, but I thought the color was so wonderful. Okay, here we go. Oh, yes. So it would be short without anything underneath it, but we can either just embrace our skin, which I'm so happy to do. No embracing needed. I'm just here for it. Or we can put something underneath. Do we think it works with? Okay, this gets an absolute 10 out of 10 from me. I love that. I don't know how we manage the crop situation. I don't think I would want my C-section granny undies. Maybe in the summer I would do that. I'm not typically like a cropped show my tummy person, but I just really love that. I think that is so wonderful. That is a stay, keep piece. This was from my sister's suggestion. I don't know that I'm gonna keep this, but she said, I wore the dress that I wore on yesterday's vlog. It's like a sequiny piece that I bought for a friend's 40th. And I realized I love wearing a like mini-ish skirt. I've always shied away from skirts just because I never feel like me in them. So she was like, I think I'd like to see you in more skirts because you felt really yourself in that. She said go for a pinafore, and I was like, I couldn't find anything. So I bought this, but I don't know that I love this. Even just holding it up against me, I'm not sure it feels like me. So this is where I could wear a top like this. Oh, it does feel very short. But tights and boots was the vision. Even still though, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. I think I'm gonna try it on again when I'm home and I have tights and boots and see what I think. Next piece. This was a piece I was very excited about. I love overalls, regardless of what's trending and what's not. I have two pairs that were both secondhand. But they are completely worn out. I still wear them for gardening, and found these. Just gonna put them on. They've got that kind of barrel leg, which I feel wary of doing anything too in because I see so many people suddenly have barrel leg jeans, and I'm like, what are you gonna do with them when you don't love them anymore? So weirdly, the fact that I'm following a trend makes me more wary of a garment than more excited about it now. But yes, this is just a hard yes. I love that. And I like that it's not overly barrel legged, so it doesn't feel like it will feel last season when that inevitably goes out. This is just a piece that to me feels like a classic. I love that. So you could do it with a lot of different things underneath, but I love it with this underneath. This was some of my vision with getting this top, was to do it like this, and yes, it works. I'm in love with that, completely in love with it. Okay, I don't really want to take this off, but we're gonna try on something else. Oh, about a month ago, I had to find an outfit for a friend's 40th. I found another dress at a charity shop, but I couldn't stop thinking about this little sheer top. They just reduced it and reduced it and reduced it. No one was buying it. So I was like, for £2, I am gonna love this. Ooh, wow, that might just not go over my head. Funeral attire, wow. Oh my word. Okay, this is probably not for this time of year. Oh, it's a little, got a little, oh yeah. I love that. If I had a bunch of Christmas parties to go to, I would do this, which I have one. We're gonna do that for the one Christmas party that I have. I love that. I've been trying to find the perfect jeans over the last year. My body has also changed over the last year and it just makes it so hard. What are these? Okay, these were a more pricey one just because I was like, you know what? If they fit me, I'm prepared to pay a little bit more. They are weekday. Okay. Oh, are they more of, oh, they're very wide. Oh, but they fit so nicely at the top. But I don't think they feel like me. They fit very nicely at the top, but I think they're just a little wide. They just don't make me feel like I'm living out what's inside of me, and that's the goal here. So they're a no. These feel much more thin, like the material. Oh, and tight. Okay, we're tight around the top. But they've probably got a bit of elastic in. There are so many things to consider with jeans. I find it very hard. Oh, now I like these more. They're just a wider leg, but I still just don't think I love them. What do you think about these ones? Of the two, these ones make me feel more like me. Okay, they're on a maybe pile. I've had this in my Thrift Plus cart for a really long time. It just felt, okay, we'll talk about this. I don't know, it is so soft. It's like a cropped sweater. I don't know how I feel about advertising for a brand that I don't actually support. I don't know what I feel about that, because am I telling everyone I think Adidas is okay? But I really like this. I really like the fit, the cut, the baggier sleeve, and I just wanted some more like elevated, easy, comfy workout gear. Oh, I think I got a pair of leggings. I've been wearing maternity leggings for 5 years. Because they were wonderful. Jojo Maman Bebe, well made, great company, but they are like, they've gone through. They are disintegrating. So I needed some new ones. That's what we're gonna find next. Okay, so I asked on Instagram what legging brands people would go for, and then I think I ignored everybody. People said Lululemon, people said Sweaty Betty, which I think is just here in the UK. People said BAM, which I think bamboo leggings, which I would have loved to do, but then I color won over and I've gone for these ones. But my goal was just like, I wanted workout clothes that I felt like could kind of be an outfit. Like if I went to the school run in workout clothes, they're not like falling apart things. They're kind of nice, but workout clothes. Okay, they are very soft and very comfortable. Oh yeah, those are very nice. I mean, they feel like my skin, which is probably a pro and a con. Like they'll show every little bit, but they're also incredibly comfortable. Those are gonna stay. Because I love that, just like elevated workout gear where I don't feel like I'm wearing clothes that are falling apart. I work out in the morning before the kids are up so that I can shower and get ready before the day. But sometimes it just doesn't happen. And so to have something that feels a little bit more, not like my oldest 5-year falling apart maternity leggings, was just what I was going for. I'm just conflicted on the top. We'll see where we go. I think this is the last piece. I can't remember what this is, which I hate when people say that. Because I think if you're ordering things, you should treasure what you've ordered enough that you needed it and you knew what you were ordering. And now I'm guilty. Oh, okay. This kind of won out because it's like old school Banana Republic, 100% merino wool. And it felt like another mini dress option and it was about £3. So I was like, wait, 100% wool for £3, I'm gonna try it. What I love about Thrift Plus is that they price everything and then just reduce the price, because their goal is to get stuff into new homes. So you can put like a watch on something and then they'll just email you every time it gets reduced and you can decide, do I want it or not? Okay, gosh, I think I might prefer this mini dress more to the other one, more. Yeah, see that, I don't know. It's just kind of, it's nothing special, is it? Would I wear this with tights and boots? It just feels a bit bleh, a bit nothingy. It's very soft. It's 100% wool, and I probably will keep it just for that because I love natural fibers. Feels very easy wearing. I don't know if it does what I wanted it to do, but I think I will keep it just because staples that are wool, especially when they're very well priced, feel like wins. Because I'm trying to add more color, not because anyone told me to, but I think in my journey of style, not knowing my style or owning it and not holding my head high, I hid behind neutrals. Like, neutrals feel safe. No one looks at you when you wear neutrals. But I actually really like a bit more color. I love black. I will love black forever. This is tags on, unworn. It's just so sad, but I'm glad that we're able to buy it. But yes, I'm sure someone would tell me that this is not actually my color, but I don't know that I really care. I think if knowing your colors helps you to find clothes you love and to live out who you are and feel that, then great. But I don't think it should be limiting, because I'll wear whatever the heck color I want if that item is secondhand and makes me feel like I'm living out me and my values. So my thoughts on the color thing. I feel like both pairs of jeans are going to go back. Moss Mosh were the other pair that I preferred. I'm not sure what I think about this detailing, but I could always unpick that. And I think learning to sew is such an essential skill. I think it is not this kind of trad wife skill that maybe we've begun to think it is as gender roles have changed and different things have changed. I think it's such an essential skill for sustainability, because now I think, oh, like I can tuck that in, or like I can take a tuck in that, or I can like unpick this, or I can modify something slightly. And I can also buy slightly broken garments because I can fix them. So I think we've all got to learn to sew a little bit. Well, that's gonna go back. Returns are just life-changing. Okay, but I think the rest we're gonna keep, apart from the Adidas piece, which I'm gonna have to reflect on because I love it. It is soft, it was well priced. I think it was about £7. Maybe I should sew something on the front over the Adidas. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll sew something on the front to cover it up and have it be a custom piece. But I think for now I'm gonna put this on. This is what I'm gonna stay in for the rest of the day. And then I'm gonna freeze as soon as I go outside because it's short sleeved. I'm probably now gonna go round up my kids. I've got an essay that I've got to write before Tuesday, and it's the same one I've been avoiding. There's been a lot going on. Oh, and then this bag is something you can add to your order. So it costs £1.50, but then you can pack your clothes in it and send them back, and that's how you sell stuff with them. We did a little Christmas village on our window. This one's got a little rubbed off by the kids, but we have this window and we had some pens left from drawing on a car after a wedding, and so I painted a little Christmas village, which I love. Sending the boys out the door to cornhole. Have a good time, play well, beat everybody. Okay, I've traded out for some more festive earrings and some red lips, and we're gonna go to a local pub for some Christmas carols. Let's go. I just realised that there was a hat that I ordered and it never came. So I have tipped everything out. There it is. I'm so happy. Okay, we're gonna try this on. Look at that. So happy. Colour. This was the vision, like this under here, or the velvet one, kind of all ties with a bit more pink, which is not a colour I usually go in for, but this is gonna be my tomorrow outfit. Okay, we've reset this up in our house, our little vintage banner, and I'm gonna go to sleep. I've got to get up really early because I realized I didn't get the cereal that I was supposed to have for birthday breakfast. So I've got to get up early and get that. So I'm gonna sleep. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for being here. I'm loving hearing from those of you that are enjoying these. I'm enjoying putting them together. And I will see you for tomorrow's Vlogmas.